Alright, we're back. We're going to be doing some reviews here. Scott's eating pizza, so he's destroying his palate.
What?
What?
I'm cheering for the beer.
Okay. We're going to be doing the two of the home brews sent to me by Dale, Brew by Me. These are his American IPAs. He's got two different versions here. He's got just a standard version, and he's got one he put in a keg. Says he likes this one a lot. Profile, pale malt, Vienna, Munich, Carapils, something like that. Warrior, bittering, hops, and Cascade for aroma. Approximately 7% ABV, 60 IBUs. Alright, so I guess we'll just do the standard one first. I'll get you to open that if you're not too busy.
I'm eating here.
God.
Give that pizza a thumbs up.
It's not that good. It's what is it? Fucking, isn't that Superstore pizza?
I don't think.
Oh.
You got cinnamon in this one?
Might be. Who knows? Get pour it and find out.
But you don't need the cinnamon, do you? Not really.
Mm-mm.
Just dead yeast or something.
Carbonation's not.
Not really much there. But
Had these in the
there it goes.
fridge for a while.
Yeah, that's alright. Lots of bubbles coming up there.
Definitely hazy, so it's there's a little bit of yeast in there. It's sort of a tangerine kind of color, I guess you'd say.
Hardly see through it.
Yeah. Kind of like apple or orange juice with pulp in it or something.
Apple cider.
Or apple cider, maybe. Yeah.
Oats apple cider. There it is.
So when you do generate the hit, it actually looks kind of neat, though. It's
cap
like
around the edge.
Yeah, just kind of a creamy cap.
Yeah.
All right, so we'll do the smell.
Sort of sweet and hoppy.
Yeah, floral,
Caramelly.
floral kind of hoppy, grassy kind of smell. Not big on the bitterness or anything in the smell. It's got a really nice little smell, though. It's like, it's not a big smell, but it's
It kind of reminds me of has a little hint of that, when you open a can of brew malt or whatever, that kind of smell it has.
Yeah, maybe.
There's a tiny bit of that. Remember the smell that used to be in the house all the time when Dad was brewing beer?
Yeah, okay, yeah, that sort of molasses kind of smell. But the hops do come forward on that. Smells pretty good. Smells nice and decent. So I guess we'll take the taste here. Oh, there you go.
Yeah, it's hoppy.
Yep.
But there's nice malt to sort of even.
Yeah, there's quite a nice bit of maltiness in there.
Sort of a dry finish.
Bitterness starts to build up after a while. Kind of a earthy bitterness at the end there.
Sort of get like a grapefruity kind of bitterness.
Yeah. Feels pretty well masked for 60 IBUs, though.
Yeah.
It doesn't feel that big.
Real alcohol or anything. Taste or anything.
No alcohol, no.
It doesn't really taste that heavy of a beer. Almost tastes like a
light medium body kind of thing. Really smooth and drinkable.
That's 7%. That's dangerous.
Yeah, it is. This one I wouldn't necessarily classify it as American IPA. I mean, that's just, that's a minor quibble because it's a really nice beer. But
bitterness is building up there. Probably more bitter than some of the other classical IPAs, isn't it? It's more bitter than the Propeller one, wouldn't you say?
I'd say this is more on par with just like an American Pale Ale kind of thing.
I guess it's sort of similar to like that.
I mean, I think it's only the alcohol and the bitterness that would probably up it to IPA.
It almost sort of
officially
similar bitterness to the Headstrong Pale Ale there.
Yeah, that's
because that's 40 IBUs, and it sort of tastes, or to my.
I'd say that's somewhat similar. Yeah,
sort of similar. Would you say if he thought it was 60, or he knows it's 60?
No, I'm pretty sure he knows it's 60.
I imagine the difference between 40 and 60 is probably not a lot, is it?
It'd be noticeable. What Propeller IPA? There's their standard 160, I guess. So think about the bitterness in that one and compare it to this.
It's a Garrison one though.
Garrison's 70 something.
Yeah, it's
70.
really friggin' strong.
Yeah, that one that doesn't hide the IBUs very well. It's like it's really big.
Yeah, it's there pretty good. Huh?
Yeah, that's good. There's nothing wrong with that beer at all. Really nicely made.
It gets built up. It's
it sticks.
So
Yeah. Other than that, it's a really good beer. It tastes like an American Pale Ale.
Yeah, an American IPA is kind of like an open-ended kind of.
Yeah, but I'd say any American who's familiar with craft IPAs, if they drank that, they'd go, no, this is more like a Pale Ale. This is more like a Sierra Nevada Pale Ale or Southern Tier, or whatever, beer snobs, whatever. But I mean, it's just a minor quibble, really. Who gives a shit? Yeah, that's really good.
An English style IPA, then you'd say?
No, an English style one would be, I think, a bit more malty and a bit more earthy on the hops, maybe more piney. So it doesn't quite fit a British IPA either.
This one's got the citrusy kind of hops.
I mean, technically, it is probably an IPA, I guess you could say, because the alcohol, the alcohol and the IBUs, it just doesn't drink like one. It drinks like a really nice mild pale ale. Yeah, well, yeah, that is good. So, all right, we're running 9 minutes here. We got to get to the other one here soon. So, we'll be right back once Scott's done wasting our time. All right, I'm back with Scott. We're going to be doing the second IPA that Dale Brew by Me sent us. This is the cask version of his American IPA. Got that one on there good, does he?
So.
Carbonation isn't all that big either on this one.
Clear, isn't it?
No, I'd say that.
Cask, it has no. There's no stuff in the bottle, right?
Yeah, it's a bit clearer.
Still, oh, wait a second.
Still a little hazy.
Yeah, yours look at mine though.
Oh.
You must have got more crap.
Yeah, I must have got more of the sediment.
There we go. There we go. That did it.
Same color as the previous one, as expected. Head's a little better.
Yeah, it's pretty same.
Carbonation seems to be going up a bit more. Alright, we'll smell it, I guess. Smells hoppier.
Yeah, it doesn't have as much.
Smells more fresh. I think that's the big difference.
Yeah, the other one sort of smelled.
The other one smelled like, I don't know.
It wasn't all totally brewed, or I don't know.
No, this one just smells fresher and a bit more put together, I guess, is the best way to put it.
Cleaner.
Cleaner, yeah, that's probably a good way to say it. It's got the same sort of hoppy smell, sort of florally, kind of sweet. Smells good, nice and floral.
Kind of a toffee kind of sweet, something going on there. Or caramel.
Yeah, maybe a little bit. Even kind of a little bit of a, maybe it's from the hops, a little bit of a vegetable kind of undertone running in there.
Boiled broccoli or something.
Something like that. Kind of reminds me of how like Propeller
jumps in this.
It kind of reminds me of how Propeller's IPAs have been smelling lately, except not like so strong that it's offensive, just more like it's kind of neat. All right, we'll take a taste. Flavor's bigger.
It's not a sharp bitter taste of mine. Sort of off, I don't know. It tastes that, like brackish kind of.
I wouldn't say brackish.
I get a sort of a weird taste.
It's definitely,
You can get that. It's like the bitterness is different. Doesn't taste
yeah,
the
the
same.
bitterness is bigger. It's like up front. Like,
Doesn't taste the same.
I think it tastes okay though. I think I prefer the other one more though.
Yeah, I prefer the other one too. The bitterness is kind of weird. Kind of a weird bitter.
No, I don't find it weird or anything. It's just that it's like, it's almost like the bitterness is the only thing going on in this one. The other flavors are like taking a back seat.
Yeah, there's no real thing.
Although I guess, strangely enough, how we were saying the other one doesn't taste like an IPA, it tastes like a pale ale. This one definitely tastes more like an IPA. It's like the bitterness is more there. Okay, I don't want to be, I don't want to be overly negative in my criticisms or whatever, but I kind of think this one kind of misses the mark too, like for what he was going for. I mean, I'm not going to say it's a bad beer. It's actually, it's good. It's decent. I'd drink it. And the other one, just his regular version, I'd probably drink that more than this one, because it's just a smoother drink. This one here is almost, to me, it's just all bitterness. Like,
and the bitterness doesn't taste the same to me for some reason.
Maybe it's because the hops are
sharper or something.
Maybe it's because the hops are fresher in this version, like because it's come from the cask or from the keg or whatever. So yeah, they're a bit sharper. I like it though. Like,
it's almost like the malts were toned down or something.
Yeah, well,
the cask and the hops just went all crazy or something.
Yeah, the maltiness in this one is like
really subdued.
It's just very subdued. It's a little less. It's just.
It's decent though.
It's decent. It's just not as balanced as the previous one.
I prefer the other one.
Yeah.
I pick number or A or whatever. Blind.
Yeah, I guess we're both. I guess we're both in agreement here, Dale. We actually like the bottle conditioned one better than we do the keg version.
Sorry, company.
And you know what? the weird thing is, I don't know how he might be able to accomplish it, but if he could get the bitterness from this keg version to mix with the flavors of the bottle conditioned version, then he would have the beer he's looking for, like when he's trying to brew an actual American IPA. It's kind of weird. It's like, it seems like half the beer is in one bottle and half the beer is in the other bottle. That's what it feels like to me.
That's like a pale ale more.
No, that's what I'm saying. I like it more. I'm saying that in the first bottle was all the flavor, and the second bottle was all the bitterness. And if you put those two together, then you'd have that actual one beer you're looking for. But you understand what I'm saying there?
Yeah, that'd be perfect. The world would blow up then. The world would implode on itself.
All right, Dale. Well, don't get too disheartened. I know you said you actually like this one quite a bit, so don't, that's just our opinions. We're not saying we hate them or anything. We're just saying that it kind of misses the mark for what.
So I'm more of a fan of a pale ale anyway than a bitter IPA anyway. So.
All right, dude. Well, so those are two home brews by Dale there.
Just our 2 cents.
Pretty good. I gotta say, overall though, he's still I think he's a pretty good home brewer. Like the previous ones I had from him were really good.
These beers are still $1,000 better than most stuff you can buy in the store.
Yeah. I mean, I'd drink these again, no problem. So that's pretty much the only verdict you really need.
He'll drink anything.
No, I won't drink anything. I'm not like you. I'm a snob.
Oh, okay.
All right, guys. We'll see you later.